Who are you to talk about moe? You don't even know the first thing about it. I am a huge fan of moe. What the fuck is moe? I don't even really understand what moe is. Ashteno Joe, this just was too old for me to handle. Like, really shitty, badly compressed garbage that I can barely make out. I just didn't feel the need to finish it. This is not going to be one of my favorite shows, so let's not even bother. It's boring. I couldn't finish it. It wasn't interesting enough to hold my attention. I was bothered by the fact that they didn't have Akio Watanabe's designs in the anime. I wanted this show to be done by fucking Bones. I wanted it to be the Soul Eater team. Dumb, shitty light novel show, just like any other you could point to. Mischaracterizing my Asterisk War Sucks series, as you've probably seen people do before. Happens all the time. Because no one's fucking watched it. Talk about the Anime Man. You think I can sit through a video of the Anime Man? You think I'm actually going to watch enough of his content to figure out what to criticize about it? You think I'm going to sit through a whole Arcada video? It's not happening. I'm not going to watch a whole Misty Cronexia video.
Whoops.
You cannot possibly understand the full appeal of K-On! Just by watching the first episode. The opening act of a story is by far the most important in establishing its nature and hooking in the audience.
A lot of these I dropped in one episode.
Whoops.
It starts to fall apart for me is when people start putting on shows that I think are just overrated.
I would love to see a critical landscape emerge in which more critics are able to explore their ideas about a work with less concern over the perceived opinions of the consensus. 4.51 rating, so that's probably why I dropped it. The things I'd heard about it had tarnished it in my mind. Didn't hear enough things about it to feel the need to continue, and therefore didn't continue.
Whoops.
I put way more effort into my editing than he does, even though my scripts are 9 minutes to make a 2.5 minute fucking point. The Banjo-Kazooie video is like 8 minutes before it even starts talking about the game. That's what made it the best JonTron video. It was so deeply cathartic once he finally got to that.
Whoops.
I'm gonna explain why I think Mario Odyssey is an ugly-ass game. I don't like it. That's the long and short of it. I don't need a reason, goddammit.
You don't think that, like, raising a good point, that substantiating that good point is, like, part of...
No, I don't think you have to substantiate a point for it to be a good point.
Two people are having a debate. One side could just raise points that you already agree with, and they don't necessarily have to provide any evidence or backing for those points as long as you already agree with them, and it's still a good point.
It can be the case.
What you just described is literally confirmation bias.
I don't feel that way. I don't care about the flaws of my
I know
system.
you don't care because you're a fucking moron.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digibro complains about people being lured into a hate mob, exploiting controversies for purposes of growing a cult. Something this innocent gonzo journalist, who formed his own cult of pretentious overthinking relativists, has never done in the past. And what's this? People are using screen caps against Digibro while telling their followers to hate him by calling him names? This is clearly something Digibro has never done in the past. As for anyone who still moronically believes Digibro did nothing wrong to deserve this hate, let me remind you of his confession.
This is the most bottom-of-the-barrel content imaginable.
You don't want any focus.
You only want focus on the nice things. Aesthetic needs to be at the forefront. Sorry, we got distracted by the backdrop. What the fuck were we talking about? I got lost just there.
Oh, pure bliss is no focus at all. You just want to, like, let your mind go into a complete blank state.
It feeds into the meta-narrative, it all to be connected. Mm-hmm. The more connected it is, the more interesting it is, because you get to see everything you like bouncing off of each other. Here's a random topic that we're not going to stay on at all, and let's just talk for 2 hours about it. We can have different understandings of it. I never even thought of that, but that's fucking genius. My analysis is deeper than the competitions.
I literally couldn't process what you were saying because I was like, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could totally do that, and that, like, makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah. I've lost track of where I was going after that or anything else I was talking about. I just can't keep track of the narrative anymore. The days just all bleed together. We just work.
We spent an entire season high.
As a result of it all bleeding together, I lose the narrative sometimes. And then it takes me like 5 minutes to be like, oh. Basically what I came to realize is that the drama does work. When I started getting into drama with Snob, people kept being like, oh, are you sure you want to start drama? Dude, there's no negative consequences that can come from this, because everyone hates this guy.
I can easily kill this guy, and everyone will think it's funny. No one will be mad at me for shitting on that anime snob. We've all got our own little Discord servers that will go to bat. I've got a problem with this YouTuber, he sucks shit. They're gonna start watching that guy and leaving comments on him like, hey, you suck shit, Digibro's better. And it went so well that I got addicted.
And that's how you spiraled out of control.
And then we forgot what we were doing.
Let's go smoke again.
What the what is trying to, like, he's like a really stupid guy trying to, like, H3 me. But, like, because he tags the videos.
Did you see the latest part? Did you
no,
watch it?
I haven't watched it. I cannot sit through them because they're bad. If it was a good takedown of me, I would watch it. But, like, they're bad. If you draw attention to the fact that what somebody's doing is bad, then it makes people go, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't follow them more.
People are literally sheep.
What were we originally talking about? How the hell did we get
Drama.
here? Because I'm fucking literally retarded because I've smoked too much. I had to like dive real deep to get it back. I mean, I want to, I'm just lazy. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
So Digibro made a video where he once again kept talking about how amazing he is and how everything he analyzes comes out great because every other anime YouTuber sucks compared to him. Aside from how this is a blatant lie, since I'm the one who is better than all of you, he keeps making this tragic mistake again and again, which makes him lose even more credibility, if that's even possible at this point. He says whatever he makes, he does it for himself. He is an artist, he's an amazing writer, he's constantly exploring new things and broadens his horizons. This alone proves why he's not a good analyst. When you analyze something, you don't do it for exploring your horizons, you do it for educating your fanbase. Yes, you're obviously experiencing new things this way, and you are changing when you spend time on analyzing, but a true exploration of a topic is not based on how you feel right now. Because if it does, in a year from now, whatever you say no longer counts, since you're thinking completely differently. It's all relativistic bullshit. Which is something you do all the time, Digi my boy. In a way, you're the exact opposite of Chibi, my first husbando. He will forever be a 21-year-old baby who never learns, never improves, never changes. You, on the other hand, you cannot settle on something for more than a few months. You get in super excited, you sound enthusiastic about whatever the hell you're talking about, and then you get bored with it, you contradict most of what you said a few months earlier, and you drop it for something else. This alone proves why you're nothing more than an untrustworthy relativist. Whatever you say, you don't really mean it, because you eventually contradict it soon afterwards. You're not educating people, you just get drunk and say whatever comes to your mind at the moment. You keep saying you've spent your life trying to make people understand you, since you're so special and think so differently that they don't get you. Did you ever consider the possibility that it's because you never stay true to whatever you say since you keep changing your mind? How are you supposed to be trusted or be educational when you keep doing that shit? In the same video, you're now super excited about your soon-to-be wife. Aside from how disappointed I am with you cheating on me, you keep saying that you love her because she's exactly like you. What does that even mean based on what you have shown us about yourself? That she also constantly changes her mind? That means you will be completely different people in a few months from now, and thus you won't love her anymore. Or maybe what you mean is that she constantly agrees with you, no matter how many times you contradict yourself, thus not having any critical thinking of her own. You're basically marrying a fangirl. Man, the title of your video alone is cringy. When you're so self-obsessed, you marry your clone? Where is your love for another person anywhere in this title? It seems to me like you don't really love her. You just like how she always agrees with you. It's masturbation, basically. You might as well marry a sex bot, custom-made to fulfill all your deviant sexual desires. Maybe you can now both dress in your mother's clothes when she's not home and pretend you're ponies. You don't love another person, you just love yourself. How awful is that? How is that meaningful or educational to anyone listening to this shit? And above all, how do you expect us to believe this relationship of yours will last more than a few years at best? You got fed up with ponies, you got fed up with anime, you got fed up with Monkey Jones, and you keep contradicting yourself while being constantly drunk and depressed in a dark room, talking to yourself while wearing shades and call it journalism. You really expect us to believe this marriage is going to last because she will always be by your side, agreeing to every new thing you will be jumping in full of joy and then throwing it away like an old toy. I don't believe you, Digi. You're the exact opposite of Chibi, and you are also not to be trusted. By the way, can the two of us still cuckold?
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digi Bro keeps failing more and more with every new video he makes. It's almost like he's doing it deliberately at this point, because of his self-destructive nature, get it? In his recent blunder, he contradicts himself, no news there, by no longer liking the sword of the stranger. The backgrounds look bland, he says, and the only parts that are worthy are the fight choreographies. What does that mean? That he judges the movie based only on the fucking pretty colors.
I close my eyes and see pretty colors.
The saddest part is that he tries to explain his contradiction by saying his taste evolved over the past decade, which it didn't because he initially judged the movie based on the pretty colors as well. He's just a Sakuga fag. He always was, he always will be someone who can only evaluate something by the animation.
They're dancing just for me. Pretty colors.
The only thing that changed in that loli porn memory bank he considers a brain is visuals looking dated to him after a decade. Exactly the thing that self-destroys everything the Sakuga fags are hyping. What they like now will be dated in a few years and they won't care about it anymore. What is even more infuriating is how he advises his viewers to skip the entire movie and go straight to the finale, because it's the only Sakuga part that still looks amazing in his drunk photosensitive eyes that need shades in the dark just to be able to function. You ask people to skip everything and go straight to the highlight? What meaning would the peak of the story have without any build-up or context? Do you want people to skip every arc in One Piece and go straight to Marineford as well? Sakuga fags are incapable to see a story as a line of scenes. They just see pretty-looking GIFs. That's the only thing they make clips of, and the only thing they remember out of anything they watch. Which also explains why so many people like Bones anime, one of which is Sword of the Stranger. They don't give a shit about a completely nonsensical storyboard, since the only thing they see is 3-second clips of well-animated GIFs. And even that doesn't mean anything once the GIFs look dated, so they no longer like the show and make up bullshit excuses for why they don't like it anymore.
I'm Digi Bro, I'm drunk and I like anime for as long as I dig the Sakuga. Skip everything and watch only that.
Pretty colors.
I'm just gonna sit here and blow my own dick about how interesting my ideas are. That's basically what this is. Everyone just wants to analyze everything, and it's not hard to do that. You can't just do an analysis video about anything. I know I said earlier that you can do it about literally anything. I took the most popular show of the season on the Mal chart, watched it, and just wrote down whatever I could come up with to analyze. I didn't care about it. It was just something I had an idea of by watching the show. It's not meant to toil your mind over, but obviously I don't want the same fucking thing. Regardless of what it is, what it's saying, what does it make me feel? How socially disturbing line work and color art makes me feel. Man, I don't even know if I feel the way I wrote in this video anymore. By the time I was done writing it, the show just looked way worse than I remembered. I don't even remember what the fuck happened in that show, and I gave it a fucking 6. You could take one sentence from a movie and you can make an analysis video out of it. Analysis videos are just supposed to make you feel smart. Inflate your ego or the sense of purpose of the media you consume by telling you that there is more to it than first meets the eye, that it is of greater importance, that it has more to offer, that if you explore it more deeply, you will get more out of it. It's very self-justifying. Analysis videos constantly have to convince you that analysis is important or interesting so that you will play along and enjoy the ride. Seeing deep storylines or being oh, I fucking watch good anime that is for adults. I don't care about that. I just want to watch stuff because it's entertaining and engaging. Watching magical girl shows turn me on to things that are girly because of the incredible action Sakuga in the show and the fact that I am an infant adult. I don't take anything I watch seriously. Anime is all bullshit. All art is bullshit. It's all fucking crap. It's all garbage. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you do it because you don't have enough things to occupy your time. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. You want to know how I really feel about the anime community? Honestly, it's the best community I've ever been a part of. I used to make My Little Pony analysis videos back in the day. I'm not making fun or looking down on anybody. The thing about the Brony community is that it is very autistic. That community sucked. Very much a hug box, and for good reason. To even like My Little Pony as an adult means that you're probably seeking comfort in the show. You're hoping to find reaffirmation that you are right to like it.
You're basically just looking for someone to tell you that it's okay to like My Little Pony. When people would watch my videos and get upset that I didn't love every episode of the show, as soon as they perceived me as harshing on the show, they turned on me like that anime snob who, like, people shit on constantly for being such an elitist prick. That very community acted like I had turned on them. There were no analysis channels for My Little Pony before I got into the community. And by the end of the first year of me being in there, there were like hundreds. Anyone who achieved any success in that community did so because I made them get big. The gaming community is unfathomably judgmental. They accuse me of just not having played the game correctly if I had criticisms of the game. There's no unifying identity. Most people play video games, so to call yourself a gamer is just like grouping yourself in. It's like saying you're a human, basically. There's weird gatekeeping within it of like, oh, you have to be hardcore, and it's like there's nothing unique or special about being a hardcore gamer. I don't think there's anything special about being a hardcore anime fan either. There's an understanding that all of us got here for a reason, that we're all social rejects. You have to be into this thing because society rejects this thing. We care about protecting the sanctity of a community of people who are here because they need this for something. We need this art to work through something inside of us that is unique, that puts us in a position where we would throw our hat in with something that most people think isn't okay. And it's not a problem. For me, it feels like the most comfortable community around. I've met most of my friends through this community. I've traveled the world. I've gone to conventions to meet people. I've felt a greater sense of kinship with people all over the world from connecting over this than I have with anything else. And give me money!
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. When I started my YouTube channel, it was originally a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic review channel.
Hey everypony, I'm Digi Bro, and I do a series on YouTube where I thoroughly analyze My Little Pony.
The people who enjoy it have a reason. They're not just people with no taste. They're just people with a different metric from you.
How am I supposed to talk with this?
I don't get how you get distracted so easily.
You would try to hypnotize yourself into believing you were a My Little Pony character.
I started writing My Little Pony analysis because I watched the show and I was immediately like, this is super awesome, I gotta analyze everything in it.
Which is hilarious and deeply fascinating because a lot of people seem to think that it worked for them.
Why do you analyze My Little Pony? For me, it's just fun. Fun?
Weirdos are a part of the society. Weirdos are your next door neighbor. If you don't understand weirdos, you're just misunderstanding the world around you.
Yeah, I guess I don't have an analysis on sea ponies, but I do think they're cool. It's a pony and it swims. I think it's pretty awesome to me.
There's just weirdos out there, and sometimes they make sense.
I haven't read it, but I've looked at it and the artwork is fantastic.
When I make a video like Girlish Number and I call it Anime of the Year, I know this is an outrageous claim to a lot of people.
I'm real picky when it comes to like watching videos. I haven't seen the Smurfs 2 or the Smurfs 1, and I really don't want to because they look really ugly and I can't deal with it. So I have no opinion on the Smurfs.
As someone who spent a lot of my time growing up being laughed at, I want to explain the joke to everyone else.
If it's well written, then there won't be any distracting bad audio or bad visuals that would make me go, oh, I don't want to watch this. I might miss out on the actually interesting analysis inside.
The only thing that I do, I take it seriously.
Discorded Digibrony is just this really grumpy guy who likes analysis, but he thinks it has to be like all objective, and it's like, oh, this is good and this is bad.
Also, I lost my new sunglasses already. Fuck. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digibro complains about Patreon banning incest, bestiality and loli porn. Apparently there is nothing wrong in all that, and not allowing the subhumans to jerk off all day by allowing these disgusting fetishes is limiting artistic freedom. It's not like something bad can come out of it. It's not like the more lax a medium becomes, the more decadent it becomes. It's not like countless of fandoms did not destroy the very thing they love because nobody ever told them, that's enough, stop, what are you doing? No, it's limiting artistic freedom, and Digibro lost a lot of respect for those who are not contributing to the destruction of the medium they promote. And in what kind of a world will our children living if we don't have the respect of transgender pedophiles who fuck their own sisters while imagining being horses with colorful manes? But that's the thing with relativity. Everything should be accepted. Everything. Because if it's not, you are a Nazi troll who spreads negativity and wants nothing more than to force all those people with crippling depression to hurt themselves because they cannot jerk off to incest, bestiality, loli porn. If you're crappy and you know it, load your gun. If you're crappy and you know it, load your gun. Anime did not help out, so no point to stick around. Load a gun, emit your head, and blow your brains.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. Alright, anime YouTubers.
Oh no.
Hippo, use my butt. Use my butt.
I feel like I've seen this guy. Alright, well, I don't know who this is.
Oh, no! I used my butts, now you have to use my butt.
And his voice is horrible.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
That anime snob. E tier, obviously. Fucking garbage. Total garbage. I would love to see a critical landscape emerge in which more critics are able to explore their ideas about a work with less concern over the perceived opinions of the consensus. Obviously, I'm S tier. No question.
No! Always got one. This is reprehensible. There have to be consequences.
He just fiddling my butt.
I don't take any criticism, even though I have literally an entire show dedicated to accepting criticism. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. The lack of worldliness or understanding of like what it means to just be yourself, this ultimate cringe lord, that's nothing to be embarrassed about because nobody gives a shit. I've decided to take a zero tolerance policy. Who does he think he is to call what I do cringy when what he does is the definition of cringe? Like making YouTube videos about YouTubers? You can't do this and cast judgment on others. No one will be mad at me for shitting on that anime snob. Of course I have hug pillows around. There is no, like, moral hierarchy of cringe. Me being total fucking spaz. A human being. I'm an adult who realizes that all art is art. It's not real. None of it has any consequences to real life.
He wanted to be a pony and even dressed up with a wig and put a horn on his head and danced around on a bed.
This guy fixates a lot on the whole loli equals pedophilia thing, which any sensible person knows is horseshit.
I am a huge fan of little girls getting fucked.
I'm a fucking dude. All of our bathrooms are gross. Granted, my bathroom was quite disgusting. Who gives a shit? If you're gonna come at me, you better be ready to get come back at. I'm healthy, aren't I? I'm fucking sick.
Every social network who censored a video or blog post critical of this stuff, every mainstream news media outlet who promoted it as stunning and brave, and every academic institute and gender activist group who pushed for it to be normalized will have a lot to answer for.
Fucking hilarious.
I can't safely watch these dudes because it's just like T- till they drop something.
It's like when people call me a lolicon as an insult.
Oh no, that's Japanese for pedophile.
And I'm like, I called myself that, you know, like I'm the one who opened that can of worms. Why would I consider that insulting?
I mean, he's been talking and rambling for 3 minutes now, almost incoherently. I mean, the only thing I've really learned is that he's into young child anime porn. That's the only thing we've really learned so far.
You are, you know, allowing other people to basically trample on you and enjoying it.
This is gonna haunt my dreams forever. I know what goes on in this room.
Personally, I'm extremely monogamous.
I don't know, my dude. Looks like there's quite a different flavor going on here, okay? I don't see just one anime prepubescent girl. I see like 40. I mean, it seems even based on your poster wives, you can't pick just one.
And if I was cheated on, I would be extremely upset, you know?
He's not even faithful to his FAP wall. I mean, look at this. He's got a fully drawn FAP wall. And there's no, like, monogamy going on here.
I mean, if you're a cuck, man, just have fun. Don't let it get you down.
This one's gonna be tough. How do I outmaneuver this one?
If you are what you are, why is it an insult to be called what you are?
Oh, I'm so disgusted by this man. I never want to see him again.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Lolis are illustrated children. The definition
They're
of
not
pedophile
illustrated children,
is someone...
They are just drawings. An illustrated child would imply that there is a child somewhere in there. But there is not.
It's a depiction of a child, right?
No, because it's
Literally
a bunch of lines
drawing.
on a piece of paper.
It's a drawing of a little girl.
No, it is a drawing that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. However the fuck you want to. However the fuck you want to.
They're made to be sexualized. Like, they're made to be hot.
For me, it's more not even so much about being attracted to them because of the way they look, so much as that it helps to explore elements of human psychology that don't make sense and are best explored through art, which is mainly the reason that art exists in the first place, is to explore things that we don't understand about our psyches in a safe environment. I grew up as someone who looked like a little girl and went through a rapid growth period in my teens, and I was very confused about my body and why this happened. And for a while, you know, looking at these types of art helped me to like reconcile with myself and the changes that had happened. If you tell people continuously that it's wrong for them to like this type of pornography, then that's just going to make those people think that they are in fact dangerous to society, because people keep insisting that to them. It's going to put them in the mindset that they're doing something wrong. You can't just go saying things about people that aren't true, especially things that could damage their reputation and job opportunities in the future. If I drew you a picture of two stick figures fucking right now and told you they were underage, are you gonna tell me that's child porn?
Of course not, Digi.
Okay, then why would you consider me to be a pedophile for looking at drawings?
You're literally sexually attracted to something.
Yeah, you're literally sexually attracted to a drawing.
Of a child.
No, there is no child! Where are you coming from with this?
How is a lolly not a child?
Because it's a piece of paper! It's a piece of paper! It's a piece of paper!
It's a piece of paper that's depicting a child.
No, it's a piece of paper that is depicting whatever you say it is depicting. Now, if I were to draw a picture of what to you looked like a beautiful adult woman, and then I told you that she's actually 12, are you now a pedophile?
Well, it depends on why you're attracted to them. Are you attracted to them because of their underdeveloped prepubescent childlike features? Are you attracted to them because they're a child, or are you attracted to them because they're an adult?
I'm attracted to them because they're a drawing! They're a drawing! They're a drawing! They are just drawings.
It's a depiction of a child, right?
No, because it's
Literally
a bunch of lines
drawing.
on a piece of paper that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. It helps to explore elements of human psychology that don't make sense and are best explored through art. You know, looking at these types of art helped me to like reconcile with myself. If you tell people continuously that it's wrong for them to like this type of pornography, then that's just going to make those people think that they are in fact dangerous to society.
I know it's just art, but sometimes you gotta think about the mind of the person who's creating it, and you gotta think about what's in the mind of the people who defend it as well.
You're literally sexually attracted to something.
It's a piece of paper that is depicting whatever you say it is depicting.
Nude CG images based on child photos are pornography!
An illustrated child would imply that there is a child somewhere in there. But there is not.
Child pornography is a depiction of what can be visually recognized as a child's body. As the CG is based on actual nude children's photographs and depict a child's body, it is child pornography.
There is no child! It's a piece of paper!
Child pornography is defined as any representation by whatever means of a child engaged in real or simulated explicit sexual activities of any representation of the sexual parts of a child for primarily sexual purposes.
It's a piece of paper that is depicting whatever you say it is depicting. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. Digibroni is a fun character because he simultaneously is myself as well as a separate entity. He is Digibro, the human brony that writes analysis on the internet, but he also is Digibroni, an analytically minded pony living in Ponyville. Ponyville is both a town designed and built by architect ponies and a town conceptualized and drawn by the creators of the show. He has a bit of a crush on Pinkie Pie, which I wrote a fanfic about from his perspective, and also has a crush on Applejack, which is more or less because of me. Digibroni shares all of my thoughts and memories, but he also has his own, which I can interpret as my own as well. Because he has all of my thoughts, he understands these characters both as ponies that exist and as the cast of a TV show. So everything in his world has a dual existence.
What a sunny day we have today, but at the same time we don't. It's also the Orthodox Easter, but at the same time it isn't. And people are gonna eat this, but at the same time they won't, because it's a piece of meat that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. Man, Digibro is so smart.
How big is your penis? I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. Today's my birthday. I'm 27 now. My taste in media changed considerably. So I didn't really trust any of my old scores or old opinions or old favorites. I got real into smoking weed and watching anime movies, and my taste kind of shifted again. It's hard to say how much of it was just the weed talking, because I gave a lot of 10s, mostly on the basis of aesthetics, and my mal became a total clusterfuck because I'm not really comparing things against each other anymore. It's been long enough since then that I'm not sure about the score anymore. Tone whiplashes are the point, and they're never done badly. There's nothing special about being able to tell a story. Just look at the meta. I followed my heart just on the basis of what do I think are my favorite anime. Looking at even clips of it feels so good. It is still aesthetically pleasing to revisit. Haruhi, the character, I related to her very strongly as somebody who felt like is God, and everything fucking bends to my will. So often things do go my way because I approach life with that confident mindset. Watching the show itself, it's not great. It's not because the show is good, it's because it makes me think about something. It's got a lot of fluff. The characters aren't well written or well realized. Like, it feels very light novel trash. It's definitely the best isekai show. I don't think all of the Kara no Kyokai films are necessarily amazing, or even that they were all necessary, but like the 5th and 7th are so much more interesting than the others that they really carry the entire thing. It's kind of how my mind works. It's pretty pretentious, I'm not gonna lie, but it stays on my list. I realize I'm being vague as fuck, but a lot of these I have not watched in some time. Garzy's Wing! Just watch the first episode drunk with some friends and appreciate that you are watching the room of anime. What made Psycho Pass so exciting was the society is bad, and the civil system is bad, and that's what makes it so fucking interesting. It's so fucking dense, there's so much going on in every single image. A lot of people don't like Renton as a protagonist because they think he's a weak little bitch. That's what makes it great! The thing about K-On! Is that it is the most beautiful expression of how a group forms a dynamic and an identity through each other. I'm gonna phone it in today and do an easy video that you'll watch anyways because it's all anybody actually cares about. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
After Digibro said, "It's just a piece of paper," he lost his credibility and everyone's his hater. Fuck you, you defender of cringy loli porn. You're making us think you shouldn't be born. He had to find a way to keep making views. Ain't happening by talking about vinyl blues. The days people watch just for him are over. He had to find new means and become more sober. His channel's name went back to how it was before and effectively became a huge freaking view whore. He's now no better than the anime man. He attempts to lure every casual fan. He's just bashing everything that has to do with Crunchyroll because he knows it's trending and makes the coins roll. But you ain't fooling us no more, you cringy pony fucker. Everyone still trusting you is one big sucker. You will change your mind like you always do because of fucked up brains. They are nothing but goo. So get out of my sight, you stinking lolicon apologist. When they throw you in prison, you will need a proctologist. No matter what you say, it gets contradicted in a week because all you can do is fool the intellectually meek.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digibro, you self-loathing pedophile! Where's the response to my diss track, you lying son of a bitch? Instead of that, you make a horrible analysis on the only worthwhile A1 picture show? You will pay for that. Here are the damn things you did to ridicule yourself even further. Number 1, the title. You think I don't know why you named the video like that? You know very few would give a shit about Shinsekai Yori, so you added the easiest way to clickbait. Just add Sword Art Online in everything you view, whore! Number 2, the pretty colors. You keep complaining about artwork and animation being weak, which they are, but Psycho Pass has the same issues in the second season. Not only you didn't like it because of the terrible writing, you also magically realized all the problems the first season had, because you were no longer distracted by the pretty colors. You love something as long as you like the animation, and the moment the visuals seem dated to you, like in Soul of the Stranger, you find 1,000 things to complain about, you asshole Sakuga fag! Number 3, the society. You keep complaining about society not making sense, and that it's so easy to fix the problem, while at the same time you love the society in Sword Art Online, even if it's just random ideas with no thought put behind them. And don't get me started on Psycho Pass, which has double the amount of things that make no sense and can easily be fixed. Just have a camera in every house and don't allow areas where you cannot scan someone for no fucking reason. See how easy it was, you pony fucker? Number 4, the heroine. You hate the heroine in Shinsekai Yori for being brave, which is exactly the same trait of the heroine in Psycho Pass. In fact, the former is better, because the only way for the system to stop her from using everything she knows is to make her forget. That shows how capable she is, as opposed to the other one who not only is free to keep judging the system without losing her memories, she doesn't even know what she's supposed to do with her own job. Suck on that fact, Digi Brony. Number 5, the outfits. You complain about the outfits not being Japanese all the time because we are in the future? It's called traditions, you idiot, they stay in fashion! Why are you not complaining about everyone in Psycho Pass dressing in a similar way as we do today despite being in a futuristic setting after a long period of anarchy? Furthermore, why do you consider Sword Art Online a better show when you can't even choose how your avatar looks, you piece of trash? Number 6, the characters. You don't like the characters because they are bland? At least they are not harem archetypes like those in SAO, or defined by the quotes they steal from books, you pretentious piece of shit! And as much as you don't like them, every major character in Shinsekai Yori played a major part, unlike the other two shows which only had 3. Number 7, the exposition. You didn't like how much they use exposition, although they use it less than in the other shows you hype? You also think you can read the wiki about what is going on instead of just watching the show? Well, in that case, you don't need to watch Psycho Pass either. You can just read the books it stole all its ideas from. Number 8, the death scenes. You didn't like how cheap the death scenes looked? How does being more graphical like in Psycho Pass help you make a better show? You end up remembering the gore porn instead of what they represent, you edgelord! Number 9, the main villain. You didn't like how he was fighting for human rights and killed thousands? But you're fine with a villain from Psycho Pass who killed thousands so people can be free to murder anyone they want, you sick bastard! Or maybe you prefer the SAO villains, one who doesn't even remember why he killed thousands, and a bunch of one-dimensional evil rapists. You are sick, man, really sick. And number 10, the theory crafting. You don't like how they theory craft what is going on and they end up being proven correct? Why is this even bad? Would it be better if they were wrong and you waste hours in listening to irrelevant bullshit? At least they were far more relevant than every theory crafting in Psycho Pass, which was always about a mystery and was always explained by not being able to scan someone. Now that is a waste of time. Just scan everyone and you got your answer. Worst analysis ever from the worst analyst, who is just clickbaiting and seeks attention by triggering people with his worthless videos.
Digibro, digital brony, Digibro is a pedophile.
Have you read or seen Ichigo Marshmallow? One of the characters is named Nobue Ito. I used to always put her as like my number one waifu. Mostly because she smokes and drinks and is a lolicon. Well, I just like it because that's what I like. I also want to be a smoking, drinking, lesbian lolicon. Tsukuyomi Komoe from A Certain Magical Index. She's the oldest character in the series, but she looks like a little girl. And she's got pink hair, and she just smokes and drinks excessively. And it's just characters who represent what, like, how I see myself in my subconscious, you know? You want citations, bitch? You want fucking science? Go to college. You get what you pay for. This is YouTube, motherfucker.
I guess I just like retarded girls because they're funny. Like, because Mina's pretty dumb too.
I feel like you, similar to me, are looking for like an escape in these characters of like, man, if only I could be fucking dumb.
I don't know.
His life would be so much easier.
Ignorance is bliss, D.
I know.
I have to live vicariously through background panels of Mita Ashido to experience happiness.
Being happy is being dumb.
You also loved like Trixie and MLP and like all these characters who almost have no self-awareness but are just like able to just be themselves and be totally satisfied. And in a way, the fact that Mina's in the background, it's like she doesn't have to be weighed down by like plot, like forcing emotions onto her besides happiness. It's like she can just be eternally happy because she never has to engage in the plot.
Right.
She could just be a smiling face in the background that brings solace to your heart.
Exactly. don't ruin her by giving her emotions, man.
Let's talk about autism. Digi's gonna get too big of an ego if people are sucking his dick all the time. For me, it's like, you don't understand. I need this. Because if I'm left to my own devices,
more than
it's just pain all the time.
Right.
You know? Like, I'm here because this is the one place I can go and see praise for myself. A lot of people see me as like a person with a lot of ego, but the ego is just a protective blanket from the fact that my whole life I was treated like shit by everybody around me. I grew up with long hair, and like that had a huge impact on me.
Right.
My parents were very like accepting, and they're just like, be who you want to be. And then I go to school and they're like, you're a girl. I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, you are a girl.
Yeah.
You have long hair, so you are a girl. And I'm like, uh-oh.
No,
I tried to
heard
kill myself when I was 8. I spent so long being told I was wrong about everything that I just have to believe I'm right so that someone will listen to me. Language is not real. It's just fucking, it's metaphors used to describe reality. Anime Snob made a diss track, and I gotta admit, it was like structurally competent. Like, I was just shocked that it was competent at all, and he added like flair on it, where like he had like echoes on certain lines
for him,
and stuff.
huh?
He did as well as I think he could. And Snob's not totally incompetent.
Right.
If he tries, he can make
He can do it.
something
He can do the darn thing.
Now, I'm not going to respond to it because, like, I already killed Snob.
Jerks it to illustrations of little girls getting fucked.
I often get accused by that anime snob. But that anime snob whose videos are all under 10 minutes long, and he gives me lots of shit for my videos being longer. And he often says that, like, you know, brevity is the soul of wit. It's not that he's necessarily concise, it's just that he's brief. Those videos are fairly long individually, but it's because they're going through all of the points that I thought needed to be in one video. His style of video could make sense, it's just that he's literally retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. Join me as I imagine the perfect media platform. Because it will not be social, and it will not have community aspects.
Yeah, just take away all the people who will enjoy your content. Just remove that, because that's the unnecessary part.
I am fucking not okay! I don't have to hear about what they think of someone else's shit.
And nobody has to watch it either.
Exactly.
I don't have to see them reposting shit that I have no intentions of following. It's just your art.
Welcome to the anti-social media network. Perfect.
How in the fuck do you think that this is passable in any way?
And if you want to respond to someone else's art, you better be able to make your response something artistic.
A response has to be artistic?
Yeah, because that's how he delineates himself from people like us, because his entire career is made out of criticizing anime. So if we're someone who's criticizing him, he needs to be able to put us in that camp where, oh, they're just trolls. They're not artistic like I am. They don't deserve to have their voices heard.
Yes,
it's fucking ridiculous.
No, it's a cop-out. You simply don't want to be criticized.
Look at this shit! Look at this shit! Look at all this shit!
Image posts and video posts and every other kind of posts, but no responses. This is basically just Tumblr, but if you took out the share button and the comment ability.
But no responses? You make $4,000 a month talking about anime, jackass! What does it matter with you? How fucking lucky do you live in a society where fucking dorks can hand you your money for doing something, let's face it, not that professional? It's low-effort content, douchebag.
This is garbaggio! This is garbage! Garbage!
What really gets to me is the level of entitlement that people seem to feel these days towards getting to comment on stuff.
Just bitch about commenter entitlement.
Commenter entitlement. I mean, Jesus Christ. This has nothing to do with the fact that you're insecure, and this has everything to do with everybody. It's everybody else's fault. It has nothing to do with you.
He doesn't even look like he belongs in the world that he's inhabiting!
And I definitely don't think it should be taken as a social norm that art has a comment section attached to it, or even, like, you know, whatever your definition of art. I'm talking about just content in general.
Yes.
Has a comment section. It is weird.
The really weird thing is that he somehow...
We shall live in a world in our bubbles, and I won't be able to hear you, Y-Kick, and you won't be able to hear me, and we'll all just be happy talking about anime.
Everything looks like fucking shit!
It was untested ground, and now that we've tested it, we've found that there are good reasons to not have it there.
We found the most influential website in human history that has gotten people famous and into regular or mainstream media that would never have had a chance otherwise. What a horrible invention.
I cannot fucking believe that you're okay with this!
I'm not talking about this because I don't like criticism.
Yes, I was waiting for this.
I love good, well-reasoned criticism.
You suck. How about that? You suck because you're too stupid to know what you're saying means you would have never got $4,000 a month on Patreon. Jesus. He doesn't even know why it works. You know, there's a lot of guys walking around YouTube. He's just dumb enough to fucking tell everybody. Don't even know why they have what they have.
I am not okay! This is a fucking problem!
The criticism has nothing to do with the art piece. Like, it's not something that they wanted attached to it. It's not something that everybody needs attached to it. And for some people, it will probably damage their enjoyment of the product.
Yeah, I mean,
no kidding.
That's the way criticism works.
Yes,
it changes people's minds. They start to see things that they
idea.
don't already see. What do you want to just silence people so no one can talk about it?
Why can't you have basic fucking decency?
Any fucking idiot can just spit out the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes, that way if any idiot can just spit out what comes to mind, we're not doing what you're doing and judging who can speak and who can't.
He loves good criticism, but he'll flag your video if it strikes too hard.
Well, it wasn't artistic enough.
How can you think not okay things are okay?
It used to be if you didn't know how to fucking write, nobody would listen to your critique. Nobody would listen to your comments because you sound like an idiot. And you certainly wouldn't have gotten any space to present your idiotic opinions.
And that's what we need. People chosen to be able to speak their opinions.
Exactly.
He's a critic. He is a professional critic. He's paid very well to criticize other people's work. And what a shock. Nobody can live up to the standard to criticize him.
Oh yeah, if he could, he'd censor everyone off the internet aside from himself and his friends.
You get people who are totally unpracticed, who don't know the first thing about commenting, who don't know anything.
The first thing about commenting.
As if it's the hardest thing in the world.
We need a license. We need a license to comment. We give licenses to doctors and dentists. Why not a license to comment?
Why are you so wrong? How can you stand living when you're so wrong?
Let's say I'm like listening to a song and I scroll down and I see the comments, and within like 2 comments I'm like, oh god, why did I scroll down? You know, like why did I let curiosity get to me and inundate myself with this garbage bullshit?
What sort of a soft life do you have to be living that scrolling down into the comment section just like ruins everything for you? It's such a minor thing.
God, man, this guy's girlfriend, how could he ever defend her in a fight?
I don't understand you people! I hate you people!
Like, there's some part of me that has like this vain hope that I'm gonna scroll down and see like real comments, you know?
Yeah, like the ones like, good job, Digi Bro. I'm sure there's plenty of them, douche.
I think he's like sort of cultivating an audience that is definitely going down that road. A lot of them just,
like,
all they do is hang
women.
out in his Discord and defend him in people's comment sections. It's honestly ridiculous.
Why do you insist on living Fuck you!
How people think they deserve to be able to comment on stuff.
Yes.
Like, who are you?
I have free
Why
will.
do you get to have
I
this
have free will.
platform given?
The type of comments that he likes are the ones that go off for like a short, like few sentences, just sucking his dick over the good things that he did in the video,
God.
and he just cannot stand criticism.
He's a
he can't stand
megalomaniac.
it.
That's what he is. He's a megalomaniac. He couldn't even afford to be a megalomaniac like 40 years ago. There's no hobby like this.
Oh yeah, I think that like
called a
him being
loser.
able to do this sort of career online has just made him into such a massive narcissist. It's ridiculous.
Fuck you! That looks terrible! It all looks terrible! It's so bad!
And maybe you are a rational, reasonable person who can put up a good counter argument. I still don't get why it gets to be attached to their video. Go make your own video.
Well, you can disable the comments and likes, but then nobody will watch your fucking video and they think you're a big coward.
Why do you think it's okay to live and be wrong? Stop being wrong! It's not okay! It's not okay to be this wrong!
Go make your own post somewhere. You know, and if it has merit, it will stand.
Yeah, White Kick here made a post on his own channel. He tried to take it down, you Nazi.
Yeah, the son of a bitch says that he stands up for free speech and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he's trying to take down my videos and then lies about it behind everyone's back.
It looks so fucking bad! It looks so bad! It looks so bad!
Just because the same commenters appear on multiple videos, like multiple different people's videos, they sort of end up being considered part of like a clique or something, or making, like, weaving themselves into the narrative of the content.
Kind of like a community of people that are interested, you know? Kind of like people that are invested in the narrative and want to take part in it.
I want
the
everybody
thing
to
that
like
the
it.
platform provides.
I want everybody to like my stuff, but nobody to be there to like it. I mean, it's just like, the guy's a walking oxymoron.
Stop! Stop shitting me! Stop shitting me! I'll fucking kill you!
There are commenters who are, like, associated with creators because they comment on all their videos. That commenter is, like, a part of this creator's narrative who has nothing to do with the intentions of the creator.
If there's a comment section provided, you have the right to comment on it.
Who are you to decide who can comment and who cannot? Who are you to subjectively decide what's artistic or not? And who are we to trust you to come to the conclusion whether something is a proper criticism and something's not?
But you need to understand that he's an artistic genius.
Yeah, to use that power to basically silence divergent opinion.
Stop shitting me! It's not okay!
You know, is that you get this community aspect, you get this discussion, and that's fine. It just doesn't have to be attached to the media.
Yes, it does. The comments in this video were preemptively disabled, invalidating
if
his entire
If he
rant.
didn't want it on there, he could disable the comments, which he did, and he received massive backlash for. And then he instantly just backpedaled and let his comments go. It's just such a stupid play.
He lost his own argument to himself.
Look at him! Look at her! Look at it! It's so bad! It's so ugly!
That's very, very funny.
If you want to comment on this video, because the comments are going to be closed, because it would be totally weird to have comments open on this video.
By the way, he's opened them, correct?
Yeah, he reopened them because he lost his own argument, like you said. And like, I guess after he received just massive backlash, lost like $500 overnight on Patreon, he decided, oh shit, maybe I should maybe I should turn these comments back on.
How do you not see it? How do you not see it? Ah! Look at him! Look at him! Ah!
There should not be an incentive for you to leave shitty comments as there is by having a comment field so easy.
I'm actually convinced that trolls are now necessary after listening to this lecture.
Absolutely.
To keep humility. You have no humility,
and
sir.
they make it funny.
Look at the back of your wall. 20 years ago, you were guaranteeing you weren't procreating. Thanks to YouTube and all the dorks uniting, you have something, and you don't even appreciate it.
I am fucking not okay!
He dressed up as a character known as the Hentai Samurai on Pornhub and made a review about little girl porn.
Oh, wow. No wonder he doesn't want anybody commenting on his shit. They know he doesn't want to be called a pedophile all the time. What a shock.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. We're all very artiste. You know, we don't get that excited about the fame and fortune so much.
Digi has been plugging the ever-living fuck out of his Patreon.
Jeff is much more interested in, like, doing the sellout video.
He's even gone so far as to take 15-minute clips from his patrons-only podcast and make them into video advertisements on his After Dark channel.
Doing the collab with the famous person because they're the famous person. But he's much less of like an artiste kind of guy.
Digi systematically reviews his way through office equipment for the sole purpose of leaving Amazon affiliate links in the description.
You don't get this sense that he has like this grand vision for his videos and his content.
Reviewing products like his tripod or his mic stand, many of which he has talked in depth about in the past on the same channel, making the series come across as an obvious ploy to rake in a couple of extra bucks.
He likes making a lot of money.
This level of money grubbing rivals that of YouTubers like Mother's Basement or the Pedantic Romantic, who nonchalantly show products and services to their fans on a regular basis.
Lately he's been doing tons of like sponsored videos and...
On Digi's main channel, he recently made a video entitled There's Too Much Anime, wherein he all but begs producers to pay him to talk about their shows, something he already literally does for a living.
I don't want to watch someone shilling stuff all the time. That's not entertaining to me. In fact, why haven't the producers of the show tried to offer YouTubers like me some kind of endorsement deal so we can promote their shows? We've got the reach, we've got the willingness. You pay me to talk about a show I like? Oh, I'm never gonna shut up about it. And I think some of his audience is starting to get sick of it, honestly.
He's taken a very hard stance against shilling in the past, making his current decision to do so extremely far off brand.
He's just shilling so fucking hard. You don't see me doing that, and I could, every brand deal Jeff has, I have the opportunity for. Every single one of them. You know, anything you've ever seen Jeff shill, it's been offered to me, and I've turned it down.
With such poor executive decisions, counterproductive ideologies, and an openly manipulative, megalomaniacal hypocrite as the dictating thought leader of the group, is it any wonder that numbers are down across the board?
So I don't want your fucking criticism! I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. A 15-year-old YouTuber had committed suicide after his channel got demonetized. I fucking hate this place. Slowly feeling yourself becoming more and more of an angry, bitter, resentful asshole who is not only incapable of making new friends, but doesn't even want to, because who the hell is worth it? How fucking stupid everybody is. 70,000 children calling me a boomer because I don't like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5's art style. Half of everybody who knows your name thinks that you're a pedophile because you decided to take the most radical stance on free speech that you could possibly imagine. I nearly lost my channel entirely due to false copyright claims. I didn't suddenly change my mind about the idea that objectivity doesn't exist and just suddenly flip a switch and become someone who thinks that everyone's wrong who disagrees with me. Everything anyone says is just their opinion. There is no way to say that something is objectively good. Meanwhile, I can't find any particular content style that everybody will agree with, and you can't even fall in with any particular clique because there is none that actually represents your values enough for you to not butt heads with anybody in their community. I then went about my usual morning routine of nothing but smoke pot and watch anime all day. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digibro strikes again by making a poll where he asked his followers if it's based or cringe to change his gender. Because why not? Genders are a social construct, and if you identify yourself as a pansexual alien robot from the future of an alternative dimension, who can say you are just a man? After all, it's all a piece of paper. You can call yourself however the heck you want to. He admits that he phrased it as a joke, but he's otherwise completely serious about it, because there is no way to ask a cringy thing such as changing your gender although you have a girlfriend in a serious manner. After all, it's all a piece of paper, you can phrase it however the heck you want to. And as you can see from the results of the poll, his own faithful followers tell him it's cringe and that he shouldn't do it. That obviously means he should respect the results of the poll he personally made, because if he doesn't, then what was the point of making a poll in the first place, right? And then he changes his gender anyways, despite the results of the poll he made telling him not to do such a cringy thing. Because why would you listen to the results of a poll you personally made? After all, it's all a piece of paper, you can do whatever the heck you want to. And while you're at it, you can claim that everything you learned is from Moe girls. Because who needs reality to teach you anything when you are paid thousands of dollars every month for being permanently stoned by drugs and spewing nonsense about anime? After all, it's all a piece of paper. You can learn through whatever ways you want to. And while you're at it, you might as well make videos about how your feelings about anime changed since the first time you watched them, because you are now feeling differently. Because that is how you analyze a show properly, based on how you feel at the moment. If you feel differently tomorrow, you can freely analyze a show in a completely different way as well. After all, it's all a piece of paper. You can analyze however the heck you want to. And there is nothing strange with anything I mentioned so far. Progressives are normal people. Such as Pedantic Romantic, the most infamous Digibro copycat, who was inspired by him to also change his gender just because, and now tries to normalize gay porn, so people can give him lots of money for jerking off in front of them. There is nothing strange about any of that. After all, it's all a piece of paper. You can be a tranny who jerks off for money online however the heck you want to.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
What I'm into. If you're a pervert, you're transposing like a real child, right? Because you think this is probably a child. What I'm into. Look closer. Oh, that looks like a little girl. How old is she? 17?
15.
What I'm into. Violet Evergarden. It's a fucking Kyoani show about canonically a 14-year-old girl. This is not a fucking person. This is a fucking drawing.
This is a 14-year-old's ass in Violet Evergarden.
What I'm into. It doesn't matter if you're like 12. You're gonna see that if you're not sexy, people don't like you. People don't engage with you. You fucking did this to me!
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
Digipedo's ex-girlfriend made a video about why she ended her relationship with him, and to nobody's surprise, the main reason is because he had no consistency whatsoever.
Me and Digi have split up. I had enough. All aspects of our relationship had started to fall apart. She stopped trying to pretend to care about certain things that she would have if she was a man. She did tell me that she needs a man in her life. The emotional weight of hearing that, I felt really empty.
What a polite way of saying he got bored of girls and wanted to taste boys. That aside, it's also because they weren't agreeing anymore, which means the person she fell in love with and became his yes but was completely gone.
We are not working towards the same future, and that became pretty much apparent after the transition. My goal was, I want to revive Digibro. I want to make this work, and on the other hand, she's over here oh, I want to invite all of these internet creators at my house, and I want to network with people and do this thing. But I'm I want to pay the taxes. I want to make things right. I want to have a family. I want to buy a house, and she wants to travel the world.
That someone else was a person she couldn't trust, because his friends were all toxic and dangerous.
Digi had invited over some other internet creators to stay at our house kind of indefinitely, even though I had a lot of problems and concerns with that decision. They do kind of have a history of saying creepy things to other internet people. Didn't feel like I had any control in the situation I was in, and it just was not really a good place for me. I felt really kind of scared and alone and not really safe.
They were so dangerous, one of them tried to abduct her in their very house.
Our house was broken into. It is somebody who follows the PCP and follows Digi. I was assaulted. He tried to put handcuffs on me, tried to duct tape me. I don't really feel like the police are going to be able to do much about the situation just because it's so weird.
She tried to help them, but they didn't listen, because they are relativists and pedos.
I had done everything I could in my power to kind of help Digi get their career on track, get the professional help they needed from counselors. I just wanted to hang in there, and I was hoping things would get better. After a certain point, it's you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. You're just not the person that can help this person or what they want.
Funny thing she mentions a horse when he has sexual fantasies about horses and ponies. And now I'm gonna criticize her for a mistake she did and didn't realize soon enough.
I was 23. I wanted to leave Rochester because I have some bad memories here. I want to see the world, I'm 23.
What a great reason to want to be in a relationship. Because you want to leave your boring hometown. That's not gonna backfire in any way. Also, nice double standards. You wanted to see the world and it was fine when you did it, but when Digipedo wanted to see the world, you were against it.
All of it is so stupid. It's just all you can do is laugh at it at a certain point. We choose to make ourselves clowns so other people can laugh at us.
Indeed.
All I want is to have a cute little loli sister who's grown up with me, who looks up to me, who we understand everything about each other, we get along just right, and she thinks I'm the coolest in the world, and we just get away from society, we go out to live in the mountains in a cabin, just the two of us, and we spend all our time together. She takes care of the house, I make anime videos and make money that way, and we get to have a little sex on the side. No taboos or any of this other extra shit. Just me and my cute little sister quietly enjoying life until she's too old and we have to commit double suicide because she's not attractive anymore. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
I found Digi during a time when I was very much alone and isolated in university. Just a guy living the complete indulgent lifestyle in his room, losing his mind and getting paid for it. That was my ideal life, and I saw him basking in the light of the indulgence he was partaking in, and I was just like, that right there, that's what I want to do. He's gone on record to stating how he will walk into like Barnes & Noble with his pajama pants and My Little Pony t-shirt and go straight to the manga section. Of course this guy is going to the fucking manga section. That was so funny to me, but it was so poignant at the same time. It was such a novel idea. There's something going on behind this. The fact that I don't think that many people were able to appreciate it is maybe one of the reasons why it's appealing, because it's like such an underground kind of thing. He looks like a fucking weirdo, but then I realized myself, that doesn't really matter. Digi was someone to idolize and be like, hey, this guy is living the life I want to be living right now. I largely shaped my whole otaku identity because of Digi. Like I said, there was just this crazy internet hobo person just in his room full of anime shit, and I'm just like, what's there not to like? I just saw that lifestyle and I wanted to apply that to my own. Fuck it, I want to be a neckbeard. That's just the type of person I am. Why am I not plastering my walls with posters of little girls in swimsuits? There's no need for hesitation anymore, or no reservations, just liberation. You can be like this. It's not wrong. You can be weird. You can be whoever you want to be. It's like the most retarded thing, but that's what makes it so special. And I guess I have Digi to thank for that. So thanks for ruining my life.
How Digibro saved my life.
I found Digibro's content when I was 14 years old, and by this point I was insanely depressed.
It's about a guy who discovered me when he was 14. He was very severely depressed, and as a result of all that, at one point, while literally swallowing pills trying to kill himself, thought about me and my existence. I'm really happy that I could inspire that. I want us all to try our best to better ourselves and to be the best we can be. I'm somebody myself who is constantly trying to evolve. I'm constantly trying to grow. I've gotten to a much bigger next step in life. I am in a stretch that's considerable size, and I'm trying to manage all this stuff so that I can bring to you all that next thing. Charting my journey from a depressed hikikomori with no idea what to live for into becoming somebody who's more than what they were. If I can help you by being an even more down-to-earth, even more realistic version of that, where you can literally take things that I've done and you can say, Digibro is somebody who feels the same way I do, and he did this and now he feels better. I'm gonna try to do some version of that.
Well, my life is going nowhere. School is fucking me over, the world is fucking me over, anxiety's fucking me over, etc. But if I look at this Digibro person and I can stay in my room all the time, maybe I can just kind of indulge.
If everything was going well for you, you wouldn't have to watch Digibro content.
I think it's led a lot of people down into an obsessive spiral of just being someone who hides in their room constantly.
When you have a perspective like mine where you don't really believe in a higher power, you don't really believe in like a guiding moral principle.
Those people, they were already on the road to being super self-indulgent autists, but Digibro kind of gave them the push that they needed.
Having been taught from a young age what the world is and what your place in it is, I'm somebody who didn't really have that, and my solution was to make it up.
And so I would just stay in my room, piss in bottles, lay on my bed, maybe listen to a bit of metal music or whatever, and just listen to Digibro videos. I found it at the perfect time when I felt that I had no friend, because I didn't have any friends.
To not let other people tell me it's not okay to be me. To not let other people tell me that I have to change to fit into the paradigm that already exists that I don't want to be a part of.
Digibro's content allowed me to experience this person, this otherworldly being who is simply putting every aspect of themselves on the internet and talking to the point where it feels as if you are experiencing a part of their life.
I have no reason to believe the things you people believe. I have no reason to think that participating in this system is the correct way to live life. I have no reason to think that I should change for you.
And that's really good for someone who's super depressed, because you don't have friends at that point. You're isolated and you need a voice like that.
I recorded a 30-minute rant that was impassioned and emotional and was given all this advice on like shit, and then I accidentally deleted it because I don't really remember much of what I said. This is exactly what my content is for, who it's for, and like why it exists.
It gave me solace. It gave me something to listen to. It gave me something to not be sad about.
I'm gayer than God. I'm deader than Christ. I'm better than the devil, and I don't play nice. To a certain generation of young anime fans, these lines were a declaration that yes, you could, if you so chose, be a fat, disgusting hobo. That's what made him cool. For many high school boys, Digibro was the guy. This is what Digibro preached. Fuck if something's popular. Like it if it's good. I'll call you a jackass if I don't like your videos. You don't have to be afraid to step on anyone's toes, hurt anyone's feelings. What's important is you. It's definitely one that self-conscious teenagers need to hear. It's reassuring to know that somewhere in Virginia Beach, a zombie John Lennon motherfucker is following his dreams. And so what if he's depressed and he spends all his time and money on cartoons and is a self-destructive alcoholic and is without a meaningful romantic relationship? He's living the life, baby. Nobody wants to be the clean-cut Boy Scout. You want to be the edgy rebel, the loner badass, the cowboy fighting off into the sunset. No responsibilities and no woman holding you down. But my heart says that cowboys don't get married. And they definitely don't wear makeup. A lot of them feel betrayed. A man who was a guiding light for young developing internet weirdos, and he was wearing stockings and a skirt. Why did I start wearing pajamas in public if you were gonna stop? Why create the clusterpunk aesthetic if you're just gonna dress like a typical Instagram thought? Why did I buy these circle sunglasses? These are questions that a certain group of people now have to ask themselves. Digibro is dead.
I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. Oh my god! It's Trixie, the Golden Witch. Today I'm going to be responding to a comment. It really did feel like people were trying to tell me, I miss you being a lonely otaku in your room, angry and screaming about anime, because that's where a lot of the audience themselves is. The fact that you are a raging lonely otaku was relatable, and I'm not a raging lonely otaku anymore. This is where I think the disconnect comes from, is that 2016, early 2017, I was raging because I was lonely. My method of dissociation was just, be looking at as much stuff that's not me as possible. My walls were covered in anime posters because that was what I had learned from other otaku, from the stuff I'd seen online that seemed cool to me. It was just the idea of living in this endless chaos of colors. And I would just sit there and overanalyze them and scrutinize them. By my mid-20s, I didn't care about most of it anymore. It was just there for aesthetics. It was there to, create the image of the otaku room. But a big part of my existence within that was criticizing it, was saying that none of this is actually that cool, that actually most of it sucks, that when you think about it, it doesn't hold up, that it doesn't make me feel like a better person for consuming it, For me, looking at myself as Digibro, which is like me at my most sad and depressed, it's not something I want to spend any time doing. I don't watch my old content. I try not to really acknowledge it. I was just so depressed and hated myself so much. And I had largely given up. And I spent a year and a half as a NEET, just basically indifferent to the fact that I wasn't doing anything. And, and watching My Little Pony, I look at that and I feel bad for myself. Like, I look at those videos and I'm like, wow, you look like shit. Wow, you talk like shit. Wow, you are so aggressive. Wow, you're so, dismissive or so arrogant and this and that, and like just all these things that people admired even about me that I did not admire about myself, and definitely don't in retrospect. Alone in my room talking about anime, that is just never a permanent state of being, not only because it's bad for my mental health, I was in a very dark place at the time, but also because it's just not long-term tenable. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you.
I am a huge fan of illustrations of little girls getting fucked.
When you do that, it makes it very uncomfortable.
Of course it does. But, like, I have to fight for that shit harder than anybody because I like that shit. And if I'm not doing anything wrong and I'm looking at the shit...
I like this lolicon stuff, so I'm going to defend it on the show. I would describe myself as a free speech extremist. I want people to say the craziest thing they're thinking as honestly as they can, and I want to represent those people and give them a platform and make them feel like their speech is protected. But I also have drawn some really fucking firm lines in the sand, because after I made that statement, I got real pedophiles. I just want people to be able to draw whatever they want, because it has no effect on anything. And if you think drawings have anything to do with real life, you're a fucking moron, Like, I just think that should be obvious. I want you to have it. I don't want you to go do whatever else you might do if you don't have this art. I said I was a fan of illustrations of little girls getting fucked, which doesn't even suggest that I really look at that stuff. Like, saying I'm a fan of it, like, I'm just a fan of the existence of fringe content. And what that even means is so broad. It's neither illegal nor even that challenging. It's just something that people who, like, don't have a worldliness or, like, a sense of what's going on in culture feel they can, like, attack because it's, to their contingency, sounds so foreign. People are so crazed and, like, have so much emotion about pedophilia and about, like, gotta protect the kids that they make all these unreasonable statements about art, which is not the same thing. It's not reality. Like, the ability to parse the difference between art and reality is what separates the sane and the insane. It's wild to me when people insist that these things must be conflated. After I made that statement, I got real pedophiles. This really blew up with the whole cuties thing. You're a pedophile if you think this movie's allowed to exist. This is a French art film made for teaching children how they shouldn't sexualize themselves. Like, what are you guys, like, reading into this? If I drew you a picture of two stick figures fucking right now and told you they were underage, are you gonna tell me that's child porn?
Of course not, Digi.
Okay, then why would you consider me to be a pedophile for looking at drawings?
You're literally sexually attracted to something.
Yeah, you're literally sexually attracted to a drawing.
Of a child.
These aren't stick figures. What is he talking about? There were no examples. What's not stick figures? But this isn't about stick figures. Well, what is it about? There's no example of a specific. I asserted a defense of the broad concept of loli, and he's like, "This is not stick figures, not kids stuff." People who are into animated pornography, the reason they like it is that it doesn't have all the emotional baggage of real porn. So as, like, a young person who's really empathetic, who struggles to connect with live action pornography because, like, you're having trouble with the artifice of it. Like, anime is so artificial, it loops around. Inside of its own reality, it's real, but there's no repercussion. There's no reality. There's no interface with reality. It's just another world where you get to explore your feelings. And so I think that there's actually not that much connection between live action and animated pornography. After I made that statement, I got real pedophiles. Digibro is a person and a pedophile. I'm like, none of that's true. No aspect of that approaches reality. Digibro was the manifestation of my attempt to have something to do at a very boring period of my life. And so I tried to be really controversial. I tried to stir shit all the time. I tried to get people talking because I wanted to have conversations because I was very bored. And once my life stopped being boring, I stopped feeling the need to carry on that persona to, you know, be starting shit, to be edgy all the time just for the sake of being edgy. It's funny for me to look back on, to hear people talk about this thing that I did as though it was like a real person, like that Digibro is this guy. To me, it was always obvious that there was an artifice to it. I'm like wearing sunglasses indoors, but people took it different ways. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. We're gonna watch this piece of shit from one of the worst anime YouTubers, that anime snob. Relativism is the concept that points of view have no absolute truth or validity, having only relative subjective value.
Lolis are illustrated children. The definition
They're
of
not
pedophile
illustrated children,
is
though.
someone
They are just drawing. He's like, oh, these people believe that nothing can be true. And it's like, no, they believe that truth has only relative subjective value. An illustrated child would imply that there is a child somewhere in there, but there is not.
It's a depiction of a child, right?
No, because it's a bunch
Literally
of
a
lines
drawing.
on a piece of paper. You can say that things are true in as much as you understand them. You cannot understand a thing to be true that is beyond human.
It's a drawing of a little girl.
No, it is a drawing that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. You're not God, you don't know what's true. You know what seems true. If I drew you a picture of two stick figures fucking right now and told you they were underage, are you gonna tell me that's child porn?
Of course not, Digi.
Okay,
I'm
then
not
why
saying-
would you consider me to be a pedophile for looking at drawings?
You're literally sexually attracted to something
Yeah, you're literally sexually attracted to a drawing.
of a child.
Relativism is just a way to make the word true possible in language, as opposed to, like, nonsense. No, there is no child! Where are you coming from
How
with
is
this?
a lolly not a child?
Because it's a piece of paper! This is a problem I have with a lot of people who argue on the internet all day, is they feel the need to break down the whole argument back to us. Just make the point.
You don't think that, like, raising a good point, that substantiating that good point is, like, part of...
No, I don't think you have to substantiate a point for it to be a good point. And then they said this and that wasn't true. I don't fucking care. Just tell me what the point is.
Two people are having a debate. One side could just raise points that you already agree with, and they don't necessarily have to provide any evidence or backing for those points as long as you already agree with them, and it's still a good point.
It can be the case.
What you just described is literally confirmation bias.
I don't feel that way. He hasn't explained any of that. He just jumped into it, and like I had to infer all of that to understand what he's talking about. I don't care about the flaws.
I know you don't care because you're a fucking moron.
So aside from Twitter being the place where everyone gets angry over nothing all the time, it's also the place where you find a lot of people acting shocked at the most basic facts.
That's a lot of society nowadays, Snob, is people acting shocked at really basic truths that everyone has accepted.
Nobody but the highly acclaimed action show, and chose instead to buy the generic cute girls doing cute things show.
Snob, Chainsaw Man is not as mass appealing as Bocchi the Rock is. Of course not. It makes a lot more sense that Bocchi the Rock hit more than Chainsaw Man did.
It's another case of Twitter users not knowing basic things and needing a fact checker to correct them on every bullshit they post every day, all day.
Snob, are you surprised that Twitter users don't know things and need to be fact-checked? Snob is weird. Snob is really weird.
Emotionless corporate executives who have meetings about graphs and stock market exchanges. What kind of creators would not bother you?
Snob, they're corporate execs. And of course, they're obsessed with graphs and stocks and, God,
Because
dumping
there
my
are
life
only
advice.
two kinds of people behind every successful show. Either individuals with all sorts of mental disorders, which means they have personal experience in whatever themes the shows they create have, or they are corporate executives who look at charts, make a checklist of what is selling right now, and create the most derivative and safe-to-sell shows imaginable.
Yeah, Snob, you're not wrong for saying
really
that.
loves reducing things to binaries as much as
He's done it 3 times in the last minute.
They regretted liking Bocchi the Rock because they found out the creator is a lolicon.
Is Bocchi the Rock's creator a lolicon?
I have no idea.
That's Snob's claiming that right now. I've never heard that. I don't know that that's true necessarily. Snob, I wish you just made more sense in your points. I want to like understand what you're saying.
Welcome to my world. I'm like nodding. You can't see me. I'm nodding in agreement. Like, yes, this is the problem. It's so hard to understand. He's right sometimes, but like
he might be. I haven't heard him be right, or at least I haven't heard him be right in a way that I understand what he's saying and agree with him. It's strange because I agree with almost everything he's saying.
I think both of us pretty much agree with what Snob is saying here, just not necessarily with the approach he's taking, which is often how I feel about these videos, is that his overall point's not wrong. He's just really, really bad at arguing it.
Snob, for someone who's really annoyed at people on Twitter saying really obvious things, you're just saying a bunch of really obvious things.
Truisms, yeah.
It's really hard to follow what this guy says.
I know. We started watching it and we had to sit there and like think about what is he trying to complain? Like, what's he trying to say exactly? What is his complaint?
That anime Snob, it would come off a lot better if you were like using clips of what Beatrice is actually
showing
saying
examples
instead of just like randomly talking about.
You don't think that like raising a good point, that substantiating that good point is like part of
No, I don't think you have to substantiate a point for it to be a good point.
Why is his impression of me that I'm trying to seem smart?
You claim to be smart a lot.
Do I?
I think so.
I feel like I claim to be a fucking moron all the time. I mean, I think I might be smarter than that anime Snob, but like that's not a high bar to clear. I'm not trying to come off like world's greatest genius. I'm the greatest anime YouTuber. If you don't think so, fuck you. All right. Well,
I
I
was
guess
declared a genius as a child. You have said that before.
the doctor said that, not me.
Yeah, but you've said it a lot.
His real problem is people who dismiss authorial intent as something not interesting, and I completely agree with him. I think that's annoying. I wish people cared about the author.
Lollies are illustrated children. The definition
They're
of
not
pedophile
illustrated children,
is
though.
someone
They are just drawings.
I wish people didn't use the philosophical idea of death of the author that was invented long before they were born to try to say, oh, I don't care what the author has to say about the story.
It's a depiction of a child, right?
No, because it's a bunch
Literally
of
a
lines
drawing.
on a piece of paper.
I'm interested in what the intent is. I'm not interested in somebody trying to tell me that the intent is whatever they think it is.
It's a drawing of a little girl.
No, it is a drawing that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to. However the fuck you want to. However the fuck you want to.
He hasn't said a single word in this video. Literally just clips from someone else's video with no argument against them, so it just seemed like he was agreeing with them. That anime Snob is presenting this to his audience with the assumption that they will see it and just think this is patently ridiculous. But he doesn't say that. He just shows the video. It's funny for me to look back on, to hear people talk about this thing that I did as though it was like a real person, like that Digibro is this guy. To me, it was always obvious that there was an artifice to it. I'm like wearing sunglasses indoors, but people took it different ways. It's you, yeah. So you're not quite understanding what I'm saying. Freedom does not equal self-insertion. If you need to see someone you like in a story to make you feel better, you should seek a professional as soon as possible. If you think that it's cool that experience in a show relates to you, seek help. What the fuck? Why? It's not that big a fucking deal. It's never just like, maybe reassess the way that you approach media. Maybe you should expand your horizons a little bit.
So this guy excuses it with a Digibro school of thought. It's a piece of paper that can be interpreted however the hell you want to.
Why is this my thing? I've never said this. My take on media analysis has never been anything can mean anything you want it to mean. That has never been my take. I'm the authorial intent person. I am not Little Miss Everyone's definition matters. I don't care about most people's interpretations, and I think they're dumb. Where is this? How did this become the Digibro method? What the fuck is he talking about?
No, it is a drawing that can be interpreted however the fuck you want to.
I mean, It can be. It doesn't mean anyone else has to agree with it or care what you have to say about it. It's not like everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to eat a fucking brick. What, am I going to stop you from having an opinion? How?
Since you're the only one who matters when giving a definition to everything. You think you're the center of the universe and everybody else must kowtow before you.
How did any of what she said connect to what he is saying here? Oh, you're the fucking center of the universe. When I look at people who are cute, all I think about is how much money they have. I don't think like, oh, that person's cute. I think, damn, why am I so broke?
This is why the left self-destroys so easily. It's selfish people trying to control other selfish people.
Where's the control? Who's trying to control what? Like, what's the threat?
That anime snob, if you want to make a video tomorrow about how Trixie the Golden Witch is broke, go ahead. But if you call me Digibro in that video, I will kill you. I will actually kill you. That is an open threat. I know you won't do anything about it because that would be bitch made and everybody would make fun of you for getting threatened by a trans person and calling the police. But I'll kill you. For real. In real life, not Minecraft.
That's what the queer community believes. On one hand, they claim you murder them if you use the wrong pronouns. On the other hand, they actually murder people. With machine guns in schools, and with non-stop slander online until the victims can't take it anymore and commit suicide. That's what being a queer is all about.
If anybody else sends this to the police, they'll be like, why do you care? You're not the one being threatened. That guy said it's okay. He doesn't want to press charges because he's an edgelord on the internet. But if you call me Digibro, I will kill you, that anime snob.